All right, guys. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming to class. Can anyone see my screen? Are you guys seeing my whiteboard? If you can see my board, just type I can see my just type 111 if you can see my whiteboard. So we can begin. All right. It means you can see my whiteboard. All right. Okay. So we're looking at trading session. Never finish. Trading session. So someone unmute yourself and tell me what you understand by trading session in your own understanding, please. Anyone that have an answer can just say anything if you understand trading session. Someone unmute yourself and just say what trading session is all about. Hello? Someone should unmute himself and tell me what trading session is. Okay, let me just go on. Everybody just lock up. Okay, so I don't think it's quite different from what he said. Okay, so trading session has to be with time zones. Okay, time zones of when trade occurs in various countries. Okay, so if you have watched the materials that we sent before, basically there are three types of session. Okay, we have the Asian session, we have the London, please pay attention. Then we have the New York. Now, these things are quite advanced, okay? I don't want to go into the deep side of Asia, okay? Asia, Sydney, right? I don't want to go into this particular guy here. But I will give us the basic things we need to know. Then, this is what I say, remember to record. I'm recording. I'm recording, don't worry. Hello? Which blood? Please close. Please mute yourself. Which blood they come out? Mute yourself, please. Okay. So, um, um, there was something that happened to all of us last week in the community where we were taking this pair. Okay, AUDU. We were expecting this pair to stop in, but the pair was a kind of misbehaving. Okay, so. And some people say they blew the account. Some people say they were holding the trade. Some people say, okay, it will reverse, it will not reverse. Okay, I want to clear some things today on how you can actually know when to come to your chart. Sometimes you don't need to wake up in the morning and then start trading. No. Uh, Most of our pair is the USD and the JPY pairs. Okay. So these are the pairs we normally trade, okay? If you are trading another pair, that is your cup of tea, okay? Whatever comes from there is you. So anything USD and anything JPY is what we trade. So I would like, if you are in Nigeria, I don't know how to do the time zone, but if you are in America, I think is it Colette? I don't know how to pronounce your name really well, but for her that is in America, her time zone, call it, you are 5 hours, okay? You are 5 hours behind Nigeria. So right now this is 8. In your country, I think it should be 3 p.m. 3 as 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, it should be 3:11, right? Am I right? Call it. Type in the search bar what is your time right now. What's your time currently in the United States? And those of you that are in Cameroon, please type your time. What is the time in your country? In Nigeria right now it is 8:11. Okay. So for example, what is the time in US? Call it. Okay, it's 3 p.m. All right. It's 3 p.m. there. So uh for example, if we want to trade Euro USD, okay, we want to take Euro USD in Nigeria. The best time to take Euro USD. Now look at Euro. This Euro that you are seeing, Euro is from the Eurozone. This pair is in the Eurozone, and this pair, this currency is in the Eurozone, and this currency is the United States dollar. Now in Nigeria, the United States session or the New York session begins from 1. Okay, we can just call it 1 p.m. in the afternoon to what? Maybe 5 p.m. This is when the market is active, except there is something like FOMC, which normally happens 7 p.m. in Nigeria. So the US will be active 1 p.m. in Nigeria. So this 1 p.m. will be like 8 a.m., right? So this one will be like 8 a.m. in the United States. This is when the pair will be active. This particular currency, Euro USD, will be very active. But this one is Euro, okay? Euro is active in Nigeria, say from 7 a.m. in the morning to 1 p.m. in the afternoon, which is what we call the London session. Okay, it is called the London session. It is called the London session. So the London session, Asian session, right? Asian session in Nigeria begins from 11 p.m. in the night to 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, 11 p.m. in the night to 6 a.m. So please, you people should do your time zone. US convert, just take 5 hours back, then you will know this. So the kind of pair that is active this time is AUD, right? Anything that has Asian pair, AUD, NZD, JPY pairs, okay, they are very, very active in this particular time. And we don't advise that our people trade this session. You need to sleep. If you are in Nigeria, this time you should be sleeping. Don't be waking up and be trying to take this, be trying to take trade. You understand? AUD can move. Okay, AUD USD can move during Asia. It can move during Asia. Then during London, you will see that it will be giving a different pullback. For example, if AUD USD is like this and does something like this in Asia, you see this kind of movement. If you see this kind of movement in Asia, it means that when we come to London, London will not just come and start doing like this again. No. London may just do something like this. Okay, like a pullback into maybe a small zone here, and then maybe break another small structure here. You will now think, structure is changing, structure is changing. While you are buying, some of us are waiting to sell. Then you now come in the US session and then take the trade down, okay, to the next available zone, right? So what am I trying to say here today? For example, so we have the Asia, we have the London, and we have the US. So the Asian market is from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Then the London start from, let's say, 7 a.m. Please do it in your time to 1 p.m. That's London. Then the US market opens from 1 p.m. down to, let's say, 5 to 7, just 5 p.m. Let's just say 5 p.m. or to 7. Let's put 7. Let's put 7 here. Okay, so what are we saying now? If you don't want to have issues with your trade, okay, Jane say no audio. Can anyone, is this clear? Can everyone hear me? Somebody says not hearing, that there is no audio. Okay, okay, all right. Please leave again and join. Just leave and join again, okay? All right, everybody can hear me. So Asia begins from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. London begins from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then the US session begins from 1 p.m. to 7. Now, what I'm trying to say is when you want to take a trade, for example, like what happened to some of our people, you can actually be a session trader. You can actually be a session trader. What do I mean? You can tell yourself this is also a very important part of risk management. Okay. There are people that only trade the US session. So I am trying to say that every day you tell yourself that I am not going to come to the market except it is 1 p.m. in the afternoon, which is 8 a.m. in the US for a colleague that is in the US, which is 8 a.m. You tell yourself, okay, I have no business doing trade by 1 p.m. in the afternoon. 1 p.m. I will be busy, so I want to take my trade in the morning. You can say, okay, you will come to your chart anything from 6 a.m. in the morning and you will take your trade till 1 p.m. Or you can say, okay, me, I am a night person. I don't have time in the morning. I don't have time in the afternoon. I want to take my trade in the Asian session. Then you have to stay awake from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, is it that when the London session or the US session or the Asian session is happening, is it that you should just start jumping in and jumping out? No. Okay, for those of you that have the full courses, please go and watch what do you call this now, top down analysis. Please go and watch top down analysis from part 1 to part 5. Watch everything, because even if you are a session trader, it is important that you understand market structure. Somebody type market structure. If you heard me loud and clear, type market structure. I've always told you, remember, I told you last week that structure is king. Structure is the leading indicator. Okay, I can say market structure. Okay, it means you guys are following me. So I am telling you structure is king. So for example, if you have, because this is the way Asia is. Asia is let's speak AUD USD for this example. AUD USD. Now this is Asia, right? This is London. Please, when you go to your chart, always use a period separator. Okay, use a period separator. Go to your MT4, go to settings, you will see period separator. If it is unchecked, just check it. That's if it's unticked, just tick it so that you can see this line I just drew, this line like this. You should see it appear in your chart, which means it is dividing your chart into days. So this day is Monday, today is Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday. That's how the period separator divides your chart. Okay, divides it like that, so you don't confuse which day we are in. So for example, this is the Asian session. Remember, the Asian session happens from 6 to 7, from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning. Then the London session picks it from that 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then the US session picks it. So normally Asia section is a consolidation market. How many of you remember how market moves, how price moves? Price moves in three ways. Price moves up, down, or sideways. So you see that price is doing like this, or is doing like this, or is doing like this. These are the three ways in which price moves. Okay, these are the three ways in which price moves. So for example, right? This drawing is not clearing. So for example, if the Asian market does this, normally in your chart, this is what you will see. The market doesn't move, especially for Euro USD, GBP USD that are not Asian pairs. Euro is a Euro pair. GBP is a British pair. It's a British currency. Euro is a Eurozone currency. AUD is an Asian market. So you cannot see this kind of consolidation in Asia. No, you must see remarket move in Asia, right? But you will not see this type of consolidation I am drawing here. So for Euro USD, you will see this kind of thing in Asia. You will see this in Asia. Then in London, you now start seeing the market trying to shoot out of the range, right? And then creating market structure, right? So what you are trading in this session is market structure. Are you understanding me? You are trading market structure. So if the market does this, and then comes back, remember the structure, comes back to that level, all you are waiting for is to take a trade, right? Is to take a trade from that level, and then you keep taking it until this structure breaks. And then if it keeps happening into the US session, the US session the US session might want to still come down a little, but if it is not breaking the lows, if it's not breaking these lows, let me use a different color. If it's not breaking this low and then this low, just know that we are still valid. So the US market can now come and start doing some things like this, changing the market structure, but just know that this structure is still very bullish, right? This structure is still very bullish in the sense that this area was not taken out. This area also was not taken out. So the US market can come and then just try to fake us out and then still now do like this, right? So it means you are trading the sessions according to structure. So the question you should ask anytime you come to the market is, what has the previous session done? Sorry for my English. I'm not an English person. I'm African. Okay. Ask yourself, when you come to the market by 1 p.m. in the afternoon, or you come to the market by 8 a.m. in the morning, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., which is the London time. When you come, for those of us in Nigeria and those in Cameroon, our time is not different. 7 a.m. in the morning is London time. That is when pairs like GBP USD used to move, Euro USD, they used to move very well. I'm not saying other pairs will not move. Other pairs can move, okay? The market has changed, and the market moves according to structure or according to the fundamentals that is driving it. Are you understanding now? So what you will do is, anytime you come to the market like 7 a.m., ask yourself, what has Asian market done? What have they done? Then you look at it, couple with your top-down analysis, so you can know where you are in market direction. Okay, I think last time we last week we did sorry for that noise. Last week we did some analysis on AUD USD, saying that that pair is going to drop. But you see that on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, that pair keep messing us up. Did all manner of things. It was yesterday, Friday, that we began to see the real market structure happening. So where are we? We saw something here. I think we were oh, sorry. Oh, I don't want to clean. I don't want to clean my drawing. Oh. Okay, so we saw that the market was very bearish for the AUD USD for almost all the pair. But we were seeing so much bullishness throughout last week until we got to some zone, and then AUD USD, NZD USD, GBP USD, Euro USD all started pushing down. And coming into next week, we are going to see lots of bearish move on all the pairs I just mentioned. We are going to crash. Any support you see, don't play with. No support we hold, just believe it. Just believe it, because all the things that should have happened to us have happened last week, that have happened this week. All the whole thing the market needed to do to restructure, to bring in other traders, to take in more orders, and all of that, all has been done already. So Friday, Monday, Tuesday, we are moving this thing to the downside. We are going, is it not? We are going north. Is it south? No. We are going down. And that is easy to understand more. Okay, so just always ask yourself before you take any trade, so that you don't just enter here and then you get hooked, right? So always follow the structure. There's something is okay. Let me do something again. Let me do something. Always note this: for Euro USD and for GBP USD and for USD CAD, for USD CHF. This thing I'm talking applies to the pairs I have mentioned. It doesn't apply to AUD USD, NZD USD, USD JPY. All those JPY pairs that are Asian pair, it doesn't apply to. I'm only talking about the Euro pairs, the Euro based pairs, and the USD based pairs. So always when you wake up in the morning, look at the Asian section. You will see that the Asian market did not go more than something like this. This is how the Asian market begins. This is the Asian market. Just know this is Asia. A is for Asia. A for Asia. This is the Asian market. We are done with Asia. Now, you just woke up in the morning, you want to trade Euro USD, and then this is what Asia have done. Always ask yourself, what has the previous session done? What have they done? So what has the market maker done? The market maker will use Asia to set the spread, okay, for the day. They will use the Asian session to set the spread for the day. Then please watch what happens when you want to trade London now. Watch what happened between these two zones. You see these two zones that this market did all this. What will happen between those two zones? Right? So your goal is you want to see whether this market will break to the upside or it will break to the downside. That is your goal, okay? So that if you are a session trader, it will be easier for you to know which direction you want to trade very fast. For those of us that are scalpers, okay, you want to trade very fast, right? So if the market breaks above, all you just have to do is to put a line there, put a line here. If it breaks above this line, just know that the London session is bullish. Only the London session. We don't say it is going to be bullish all through. Okay, we have 10 minutes to close, 10 minutes for me to round up. So the London session will be bullish for the while. So all you are waiting for is for this to happen. All you are waiting for is for this to happen, for price to drop down, and then you take it up. So if you enter 0.05 here, okay, you should be able to get something and then wait for the US market. So the US market may now start, because normally I can say 60 out of 100 times, 60 times they used to revise price anything from 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Once it's 2 p.m., in fact, always watch your chart. Just, in fact, watch it. You will confirm this. Anything from 2 p.m., price used to reverse. They will just reverse it and spoil everything that you have made for that day. I don't know how many of you used to experience this. Please unmute yourself and talk to me. How many of you used to experience this? Always note, I want you to watch it. Always watch it. Don't just cry. When you lose, always observe. Check the time when they are happening. This London session might be just bullish bullish all through. You are happy holding the trade. You are so happy, oh more, we are making money. We are making money. Then all of a sudden, you see the US session. From that 2 to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, you just see that all the money that you have been making, all destroyed just because of one silly movement, and they might be following the higher time frame. They might be following the higher time frame, and then they'll just crash all the money that you made in the London session. Please, who is understanding this? I'm rounding up now. Please unmute yourself and ask question if this is clear. If this is clear. All right, since it's clear, no problem. Hope we understand that you can actually take some trade, right, in any session you want, and just close for that session if you are scalping, if you are not swinging. I hope that is clear. All right, good night, everybody.